What's up, beauties? I'm Michelle here, and in this video we'll be making a rosemary infused hair oil. Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification so that you will be notified of future uploads. First, I'm just going to go ahead and sanitize my space here. All right, let's jump on in. So today I'm going to be using plain or regular rosemary that you could get from the grocery store. I think it was like $2, girl, for the bag. It's very affordable, so that I love, number one. And I also make sure to pick up dried rosemary leaves when I'm going to make an oil. You don't want to use the fresh leaves because the fresh leaves still have a lot of moisture in them, and oil and water together create bacteria over time. I'm going to take my blender here and chop up these leaves. It's not going to be a fine powder because this is not a great blender. It's actually a hand mixer, but the aroma that came out of this was amazing. When I touched the powder, it was a little bit sticky, so I realized, I'm like, okay, the rosemary is releasing all her goodness and stuff, so I liked doing this. It is a little bit more work, but whatever. Let's keep on going. Once I was done, I just transferred the rosemary to a mason jar. I like using mason jars. They're easy to clean. You can reuse them many times. The lids are supposed to be one-time use, but I wash my lids, dry them really well, and reuse them. The carrier oil that I'll be using today is soybean oil. It's really good for infusions. It sucks up a lot of the goodness and stuff out of the herbs, and I actually like using it. And it's also a really affordable oil as well. I'm gonna pour it all the way to the top. Now, everything I did today, I eyeballed. You can do it based on how much you need, how much you have, and go with that. If you really need true measurements, I'll put them in the description. If not, a simple rule of thumb is 1/3 of your jar should be covered with the herb, and then you fill it up to the top with whatever oil you have. Put on your lid and shake it up or stir it, you're good to go. So I'm just going to place my jar into a pot of very warm water, and I let that sit overnight. Now, this is actually a mini rice cooker, so I kept it on warm all night, and my oil just kept infusing. This is the next day. As you can see, the rosemary has rose to the top and some is sitting at the bottom of the jar. I went ahead and strained off most of the oil from the top. As you can see, the color has changed from what it was before. However, when I continued to pour, the oil that was at the bottom of the jar with the herbs sitting in it turned out a lot darker. Because I noticed the difference between the two oils, I decided to double strain both oils just in case there was extra debris in the second oil, which was the darker oil. So I went ahead and used a cheesecloth and double strained my first oil, and this is what it looks like. And I did it again with the second portion of the oil, and this is what it looks like. As you can see, there's a distinct difference in the color. So what I realized is the herb that sat at the bottom of the jar infused much more potently around that area, and that oil is clearly much darker. So that's the oil I'm going to actually use today. So now I'm going to take the darker oil and I'm going to add castor oil, sweet almond oil, olive oil, and avocado oil to this mixture. I eyeballed all of this, but what you can do is you can put the same exact amount for each oil. All of these oils have great benefits for hair growth, moisturizing the hair, lubricating the hair, keeping the hair nice and healthy. So I like to use a combination of all of them. And last but not least, I went ahead and I added some vitamin E oil so that my oil doesn't oxidize. Vitamin E helps to prolong the shelf life of your oil. You can also go ahead and add a few drops of your favorite essential oil. Then I'm going to transfer to this dark colored bottle so I can protect the integrity of my oil. This is a 2-ounce dropper bottle, and I also went ahead and made some labels for my oil. And this is my rosemary infused oil. It's ready to go, and I use this oil on the full length of my hair. I use it on my scalp. I use it on my daughter's scalp. I like using it to do scalp massages and just really nourish my scalp and get my scalp nice and boosted with all of those nutrients. And you know, it's gonna help my hair grow and stay healthy and strong. make the oil. Let me know how it goes. Add your own essential oils to it. Really personalize it to you and your needs. And that's all for this video. Comment, like, share, and subscribe. And I absolutely look forward to seeing you in the next one.